Pregame show is brought to you in part by Nationwide Insurance Enterprise. Nationwide is on your side. Nationwide agent in Drexel Hill is Larry Salucci. That's a live look at Veterans Stadium, where our Harry Callis is standing by with the general manager of the Philadelphia Phillies, Lee Thomas. Harry?
Here at Veterans Stadium, I'm with Phil's Vice President General Manager Lee Thomas. And Lee, Sean Bosky, whom you acquired from the Chicago Cubs, getting a start this afternoon. Be interesting to see how he fares.
Yeah, I'm kind of anxious to see this myself. I wasn't too sure that he would get a start quite this quick, but you know, we're in a little bit of a jam here with Tommy Green being on the DL, and you know, I think Mr. Bosky might be up for this.
You have been able to acquire arms in your deals. You always have, and of course Ben Rivera is really a key this year, I think, as your number 4 starter.
Yeah, we need Ben to really come in and do something for us. We know he's capable. He had 2 or 3 real good outings in spring training, and you know, the one game he got beat in Cincinnati, one guy did it, and Mitchell's going to beat a lot of people. But no, we're looking for good things from Ben.
And everybody said during the winter, with of course the trade of the Wild Thing, Mitch Williams, what are the Phillies going to do for a closer? Well, Mr. Jones has fared pretty well.
Yeah, Jones has done real well for us. I said before I thought he would help us. I'm still not positive that you can give it to him every day like we did Mitch. You know, hopefully we get Charlton here healthy, and I think between Jones and Charlton, they'll be 2 pretty good guys.
When you get Charlton, when you get Anderson, when Green comes off the disabled list, and when Chamberlain comes back, you got a lot of decisions to make.
Yeah, did you have to remind me of that? No, I think it'll be best for the club to get all these guys back. It's a little bit of an unsettled situation here, and you know, I think the players feel that. We need to get things going. We're going to have to make some moves, and the sooner we do it and get it going, the better.
Any trades in the offing in the near future?
Well, I think most of the clubs are still fighting to find out where they're at, what they have to do. A lot of clubs are in trouble like we are, you know, and having to maybe move a guy out or send somebody out, and I think they're all just trying to find out what they've got right now.
Are you concerned with the way the Braves are coming out of the chute?
Oh, I guess if I would let myself think about it, I might be, but I think we just have to worry about what we do. And Lenny Dykstra made a good point the other day about himself. He said, I grind it out every day, and that's what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have to worry about ourselves and get on the right track and just start getting some wins and grind it out and see where we're at a couple months down the road.
Lee, thanks a lot. Very best to you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Harry.
Phillies General Manager Lee Thomas. Neil Hartman had a visit with the Crucker, John Kruk. Let's go back to Neil right now.
All right, Harry, thank you very much, and Lee Thomas as well. We'll send it back to Harry for the play-by-play in just a few minutes. Sure was good to see number 29, John Kruk, back in a Phillies uniform this week. Amazingly, the Crucker has gotten off to a terrific start despite completing his cancer radiation treatment on Wednesday. Yesterday, John and I sat down for a candid conversation looking back at the past month and a half.
Right now, I'm a cancer patient. I'm not a ball player. I'm not even thinking about playing baseball. I want to be a cancer patient and get this treatment and get it over with. The word itself scares you, but I didn't know what to expect from it. I know, you know, they told me that the treatments would make me tired. You know, I was coming here and working out for a couple hours during the treatments, and I felt fine. But it's a whole different thing once a game starts. It's just, you know, you realize it's 5 or 6 hours. So it's wearing me down right now. My body's tired, and mentally I don't know if I'm any sharper, but I'm tired physically. I think it's going to take a while. You know, I know I'm different. I probably don't talk as much as I used to, but I think it's because I'm tired and all I want to do is lay down.
I think maybe in years past I probably would have just played until I died, but you know, this thing through is scaring to me, and now I just have to listen to my body, I think, which is a scary thought.
That's baseball down there, you know. This is baseball here, but this is more commercialized, and you know, the way the players are built up and everything. Down there, they're playing to try to get to this, and I think it was the best thing for me is to go down there and see that, you know, and not, you can't take anything for granted.
First baseman, John Kruk.
1 to get some applause, but nothing like it happened. And then to get a hit my first at bat, you know, after not seeing any live pitching for 2 months almost, was kind of, it was something I didn't expect. But you know, if it don't make you feel good, then you know, you're probably dead. Yeah, it was a long month, but you know, I went from being a normal person to a patient to a ball player again. So I was kind of glad about. I'm glad about the ball player part now. I'm glad hopefully everything's behind me now. And I just get back and get some endurance, and so I can start playing every day.
Best part of being back in a Phillies uniform?
My teammates. You know, being back to help defend our championship is what, and that's what I thought about a lot. You know, but mostly it's just these guys. You know, if it wasn't for them and my wife and my family, it's hard to take.
Very emotional day on the home opener at Veterans Stadium. John feels like a lucky guy today, and Philly fans are thrilled to see him back. John took last night off. He will also take a break today. He's a little tired. As we head to break, here's your second clue in Name That Phil.
He's a gumshoe on a mission.
Wow, you hit hard.
But he'll dance a couple of rounds if he has to.
Like a real pro.
Clearing his name is the name of the game.
You better get yourself an army of gunsos like Billy Boy.
He won't be put on ice.
How long you gonna live?
It's kill or be killed. Banyan.
I'm coming after you.
Today at 4 on PHL 17.
We're making noise about the new pan pizza deal from Pizza Hut. 2 delicious Pizza Hut cheese pan pizzas for just $9.99. With a thick pan crust. Baked with our own fresh dough. Jazzy toppings. And a blend of 3 cheeses. We call it Pandemonium. 2 pan pizzas for $9.99. Toppings extra. Now at Pizza Hut. Get it before it's gone.
Car buyers today want more and more. You want more safety, so Buick Century comes standard with anti-lock brakes. They're over $900 extra on Honda Accord LX. You want more interior room, so Century gives you more than Accord. Finally, you want more value, so the value price Buick Century includes all of this and still costs $4,200 less than Accord LX. The more you want from a car these days, the more you want Buick Century.
Buick, the symbol for quality.
Welcome back to the pregame show. I'm Neil Hartman. In a few minutes, it's the Phillies against the Reds at Veterans Stadium, where the Philly fanatic entertains fans every game, and the bright green furry guy has been around since 1978. But this season, there's a new guy inside the fanatic costume. It's been a fun week for 28-year-old Jenkintown native Tom Burgoyne, especially in his debut on opening day.
It was great. You know, of course, we had all the pregame ceremony going on. We got to unveil the disc, the 1993 championship disc, and the Fanatic was part of that, and the crowd really was going nuts. It felt great. I think once I got down here onto the turf, all my nerves were gone, and the character, because I had been doing it for a long time, really took over, and it was a great feeling to be out here in front of all the fans. It was great. A beautiful sunny day, and the place, you know, couldn't have been more special.
Well, Tom had been Dave Raymond's backup for the past 5 years. Raymond missed only 8 games in 16 years, but he decided after last year's World Series to try a new venture. Wasn't easy saying so long to life as the Fanatic.
Yeah, like you're really upset I'm retiring. You could call Tanya Harding's bodyguard off now. We don't need her.
Dave Raymond made the Fanatic what it is today. He hopes for the same success with his New York-based company, Acme Mascots. Dave, in partnership with the Fanatic's creators, Bonnie Erickson and Wade Harrison, have developed a new character, Sport. The plan is to entertain audiences coast to coast.
I could see sport performing anywhere where there's a crowd. And this may even transcend sports, too, as hopefully as the character gets known. And so that's what makes it unique.
What's going to sell the character is the character. And if the character does what we hope he will do, then I think that he will appear more than one time in a lot of places, and that is our hope.
And in fact, David, maybe we try these on.
Yes. Together, they shared their vast experience to design sport.
One of the things that we're trying to do, too, is we're trying to build character hands that also have, where he's able to really manipulate, which seems to work quite well.
Hey.
No one can make a character any better than this. It looks any nicer than this. I don't feel anybody is any better out there than performing. Not that that's so difficult to do, but now I feel like I've accomplished enough, and if the two of us, meaning Harrison Erickson and myself, can't do this together, then it's not meant to work.
This is the very beginning of it.
One of the most important things, I think, is with the mascots, is understanding there's a human body inside, and my goal is to try to disguise that as much as I can.
After all the planning, it was time to bring the character sport to life. Dave spent hours and hours practicing, trying to get familiar with his new costume.
We can do everything that we know how to do, and we will do it as well as we can. But in the end, if the public likes it, then it'll stick around, and if the public doesn't like it, it won't.
Even if this is a flop and I have to go back to coaching football, I know that this was the right move to make. It was good for me. It may have even been more right if I did it earlier.
Sport's first public appearance was at the Spectrum, appropriately with the Fanatic as a partner. Oh, that's a great scene. Dave Raymond and Tom Burgoyne, two very talented individuals as Sport and the Fanatic. Time for your final clue, and name that, Phil. Do you have the answer yet?
Why does Keystone Health Plan offer coverage all across the country? So even if your vacation takes an unexpected turn, you won't be left out in the cold. Why does Keystone have over 5,300 quality physicians in its network? So even if you don't like going to the doctor, at least you'll like the doctor you go to. Keystone from Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. No wonder it's the fastest growing HMO.
What does it take to be number one? Start with exceptional cars at sensible prices, like the value price Buick LeSabre, just $19,995, and the family size Century, just $14,995. Both have been named best overall values by IntelliChoice, and both have been ranked number one. LeSabre for sales, Century for safety.
Buick, the symbol for quality.
Dear car owners, not everyone knows a car's suspension consists of the shocks, struts, steering, and alignment. Another thing not everyone knows, Midas is a suspension expert. So if your car pulls, shimmies, or bounces, come to Midas for a thorough inspection and a guarantee on shocks and struts for as long as you own your car. That's the Midas way.
Hall of Famer Robin Roberts, the answer. Hope you got it. Well, a future Hall of Famer made news this week. Steve Carlton was the big story, centered around an article in the April issue of Philadelphia Magazine. Here's the background. The article, written by Pat Jordan, quotes Lefty as saying, quote, 12 Jewish bankers meeting in Switzerland rule the world. Lefty issued an apology Wednesday to the American Jewish Congress, but he also vehemently denies saying those remarks. Jordan also wrote extensively about Carlton's home on 400 acres in Durango, Colorado. Lefty in Thursday's Philadelphia Daily News told Stan Hochman, quote, "All that stuff about living in a concrete bunker. I live in an earth house." In February, I spent 2 full days with Lefty in Durango. This is a look at his family room. One of the issues we talked about was dealing with the media leading up to his enshrinement on July 31st.
Yeah, well, I've never been comfortable like public speaking, and I've got a lot to say, but I like to say it one-on-one, all that kind of thing. I don't. I could go the rest of my life and not ever do an interview, but because that's just my nature. I'm sort of that way. It's my readings and my philosophy of life and everything that leads me to believe in such a way.
Lefty felt 20 years ago that he was misquoted by the media, and that was one of the reasons why he stopped talking to the press. He is talking now, but obviously he still feels he's being misquoted. One thing we do know, later this summer, Steve Carlton will enter baseball's Hall of Fame. This past week, the Phillies received some mixed news regarding players on the disabled list. Wes Chamberlain and Larry Anderson should be back soon. Tommy Green can't be activated until next weekend at the earliest. And reliever Norm Charlton had a setback on Friday after throwing very hard on Thursday. He experienced some discomfort and soreness in his surgically repaired elbow.
That's probably the hardest I've thrown. My control wasn't like it, has been in the past. But, for me right now, I'm not so much worried about control as I am arm strength and getting my velocity back. That's probably the hardest I've thrown yet. And to get this reaction is a little discouraging, a little upsetting, but that's part of the process. From the very beginning, I knew there were going to be good days and bad days, and days when I could and days when I couldn't. And what we're trying to get through is to get the days that I can't over with before I get back here with the club.
Norm was scheduled to pitch in Clearwater this weekend. He is now listed as day-to-day. Have you checked the numbers Colorado's Dante Bichette has put up the first 2 weeks of the season? He is either tied or first in the 8 categories that we have here, including batting average, home runs, runs, and hits. Great start for the 30-year-old Bichette.
Just kind of locked in right now. There's a few reasons maybe. Lost 20 pounds. My bat speed's a lot better. I got a good year under my belt, so the confidence is there.
Well, there it goes. I tell you, that doesn't need any help. Home run, Bichette.
The reason I have the confidence, I think, is I'm playing for Don Baylor, who was my hitting instructor in Milwaukee. Once said to me, you learn to work the strike zone, and you're going to do some big things in this league. And I kind of thought he was just saying that at the time, but when he drafted me to come over and play for his team, kind of proved that he really has confidence in me, so that's helped me a lot, too.
The sky's the limit for Dante. I mean, he could hit 330 one year. He could hit 30 home runs, and I just hope it's in a Colorado Rocky uniform because I know he's really worked hard. He's finally found his place to play, playing every day in right field for us, and he's only going to get better.
Yeah, I was out in Tucson earlier during spring training. Dante Bichette, one of the guys Don Baylor is very high on, as you heard him there. And Bichette obviously off to a terrific start. And the Rockies right now at 5-5 after that 0-3 start are surprising a lot of people out west. Well, in our news and notes segment today, another hot guy is Darren Dalton. Dutch, one RBI every 2.5 at-bats this season. Not bad for Darren Dalton. Terry Steinbach of the A's, another catcher. 2 home runs last night versus the Twins. 4 home runs versus the Twins all last season. And Kirby Puckett of the Twins, 12-game hitting streak through last night. So those are some of the guys who are hot in baseball right now, in addition to Dante Bichette. Phillies are 6-5 right now. They're looking to sweep the Cincinnati Reds at Veterans Stadium this afternoon. I know if you look outside your window, there's some thunderstorms in the area, but they expect to get the baseball game in this afternoon, and it should be an entertaining ball game. First look at Sean Bosky for the Phillies. Of course, the former Cub will be taking on another veteran, Tom Browning, for the Cincinnati Reds, a left-hander. I'm Neil Hartman. I'll see you during the game with updates. For now, enjoy the game on PHL 17.
pregame show is brought to you in part by Pizza Hut. Get a large cheese Neapolitan pizza delivered every day for just $7.99.
Hi, I'm Johnny Bench. You know, to really understand baseball, you got to speak the language. Did you get all that? I didn't think so. That's why there's Baseball Weekly from the editors of USA Today. Baseball Weekly gives you the lowdown on the majors, minors, and colleges. Each issue is packed with team reports, box scores, and stats for every game, plus tips for fantasy leaguers, collectors, college top 25 polls, and the clubhouse for younger fans, too. Call this number to order one full year of Baseball Weekly. That's 44 issues for just $35. You'll also receive your choice of any Major League Baseball team hat or a Baseball Weekly hat, a $10 value, and it's yours free with your paid order. Sound good? Then call today. Get one full year of Baseball Weekly plus your free gift. But hurry, this offer is limited. So call now before you're called out. Baseball Weekly. It speaks baseball's language.
Retirement? I'm too young to be worried about retiring.
I'm set. I've been socking away a little of my paycheck every month.
The same company for almost 20 years. They'll take care of me.
You bet I got my nest egg covered.
In these uncertain financial times, turn to Nationwide Financial Services for a wide range of investment alternatives, most of which are tax-advantaged. Because someday soon, the quality of your life may depend on the quality of your investments.
It's real-life justice on the streets.
You put us over for nothing.
These are the real stories of the Highway Patrol. Weeknights at 7:30 on PHL 17.
Hi, everybody from Veterans Stadium. Welcome to Phillies baseball. This afternoon, the final game of the series, the Phils and the Cincinnati Reds. Sean Bosky making his Phillies debut this afternoon. He'll be opposed by Tom Browning, the left-hander for Cincinnati. Harry Callis with Rich Ashburn and Andy Musser on an overcast day and a very windy day here at the ballpark. And Whitey, a new-look lineup for the Phils this afternoon.
Well, I think Jim Fregosi wants to give some of these fellows a rest. Dalton Kruk was rested last night. And Todd Pratt is in there. Batiste is in there, giving Kevin Stocker a day off. Ricky Jordan's in there. And I think you have to do that once in a while, and you can't pick a better guy to do it against than this fellow, Tom Browning. He's around the plate. He won't want many. He'll give him a chance to hit the ball.
Jordan is 9 for 18 lifetime against Tom Browning. Andy, during the winter, of course, with Mitch Williams going to the Houston Astros, everybody says, what are the Phillies going to do for a closer? Doug Jones hadn't been bad.
Hadn't been bad at all, Harry. Hasn't walked a batter yet. That's the biggest difference from last year's closer. Thing about Jonesy this year is he's got about 5 miles more on his fastball. And for a guy that relies on his changeup to get hitters out, that's a big difference. The good thing about him, too, is he's got a rubber arm. If you need him every day, he's there.
He's pitched the last 2 games and is available for the game this afternoon if needed. So it'll be going for the Phils, Sean Bosky and Tom Browning for the Reds. We'll have the starting lineups for you after these messages.
The Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds is being brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood aids for a crisp, clean, classic taste. Your local Chevrolet Geo dealer. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. The Yellow Pages 9 out of 10 people use, the genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health insurance company you can lean on.
It's a round world, genuine and true.
nights like ours come along even less often. Mellon PSFS, you're why we do our very best.
It's time to catch spring fever at Napa, the place more people rely on to keep their vehicles running and to help them save. Get Napa gas shocks and struts. Buy one and get the second one for half price. Spring is the perfect time for this handy 8-piece cooler combo, just $18.99. And easy-to-use no-touch tire care. Buy one for just $2.99 and get the second one free. So spring into your nearest Napa Auto Parts store today.
The St. Mary Magdalene School Choir, directed by Ann Ridley, and the singing of our national anthem here at Veterans Stadium. Weather doesn't quite know what it wants to do this afternoon. Earlier this morning, the sun was out, then it clouded up. Actually had a few showers here about 20 minutes ago, and now the sun is out once again. And we should have no problem getting the ball game in. Final game of this series between the Phils and the Reds, and the Phils trying to repay Cincinnati for what they did to the Phils at Riverfront last weekend by sweeping this series. Jim Fregosi taking the lineup card out along with Ray Knight, coach for Davey Johnson, bringing out the Cincinnati lineup. Carmen Monty of Mount Laurel, New Jersey, celebrating his 79th birthday. And our audio man in the truck, Mike Pop's a birthday today. Good crowd on hand for this final game of the series. The Dodgers come in for 2 tomorrow night at 7:35 and a business person special on Tuesday at 1:05 to wrap things up in this homestand. Lenny Dykstra before the game was presented with his Silver Slugger Award by Vice President General Manager Lee Thomas. And the dude was the first Phillies outfielder to receive that award from the Louisville Slugger Company and the Sporting News. Last Philly with a Silver Slugger Award was Dutch Dalton in 1992. See the umpiring crew, a good crew, Bruce Fremming's crew.
Lenny was runner-up in the MVP balloting. Barry Bonds, of course, won it. Barry Bonds right now is hitting .223, so he's off to a slow start, as is Dykstra. And quite a few hitters are struggling in the early going, and some are having great seasons.
Phillies have taken the field behind Sean Bosky and Davey Johnson's Cincinnati lineup today, as Barry Larkin at shortstop leading off. Hal Morris first base bats second. Reggie Sanders, right fielder, hitting third. Kevin Mitchell, the left fielder, bats fourth. Roberto Kelly, center field, hitting fifth. Willie Green, third baseman, bats sixth. Brett Boone back at second base, hitting seventh. Brian Dorsett, the catcher, bats eighth, and batting ninth and pitching Tom Browning. And that lineup facing Sean Kealoha Bosky.
Well, there you see his record. He hadn't pitched much for the Chicago Cubs. A little surprising the Cubs got rid of him because they needed pitching. But he always looked like a pretty good pitcher on the other team.
He was a first-round pick of the Cubs in 1986, 10th player chosen in that draft. Defensively behind Bosky, it'll be Dave Hollins at third. Kim Baptiste playing short today. Mariano Duncan at second, and Ricky Jordan at first. Todd Pratt doing the catching. In the outfield, Pete Incaviglia in left, Lenny Dykstra in center, and Tony Longmire in right. The umpires this afternoon, Bruce Fremming calling the balls and strikes. Jerry Crawford at first base, Angel Hernandez at second, and Larry Poncino umpiring at third. Anthony Dean celebrating a birthday today on this April 17th. And we want to send along our very best get well wishes to Jim Connor in the Holy Redeemer Hospital. Jim's lovely daughter works here at the ballpark, and hope Jim's feeling better real soon. Here's Barry Larkin hitting just 103. On the the inside corner, a good fastball. Sean Bosky. Missing low and away. It's 1-1. Larkin lifetime against Sean Bosky is 4 for 8. A bit low. It's 2-1. Bosky 6'3", 200-pounder from Hawthorne, Nevada. Phillies got him from the Cubs for left-hand pitcher Kevin Foster. Foul back and out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Larkin. Another foul back off and out of play. Count holds at 2-2.
Larkin in that leadoff spot today. He usually is a 3-hole hitter or 2-hole hitter. But they want to get him going. He only has 4 hits and 39 times at bat.
They say he usually does struggle in deep. It goes all the way to the backstop, but he usually does struggle in the month of April. He has trouble getting started. That's really trouble when you're hitting just 103. Lofts a high foul ball down the right field line. Ricky Jordan. Nice play by Jordan. Right in front of the stands. Good play by Ricky, and Larkin's retired 1 down.
Ricky had a long run. He stayed right with it. A little shaky there at the end, but caught it. John Kruk getting another day off. Phillies have some pretty good left-hand bats on the bench today.
Drucker, Darren Dalton,
Eisenreich,
Thompson, Mickey Morandini. Here's Hal Morris. He's batting .341. 1-1 to Hal Morris. Morris lifetime a .386 hitter against the Phillies, and in this series he's 5 for 9 with a double. In this year he's only hitting .474 against Phillies pitching. Jordan, nice play to Bosky covering. That's 2 down. So Ricky has started out after not playing for a while with a couple of fine defensive plays.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Hard to his right. Ball was hit sharply. Gave Bosky a nice little toss. Had him easy.
Bosky's middle name, Whitey, is Kealoha.
Hawaiian, right?
That is correct. His dad was raised in Hilo, born and raised in Hilo, Hawaii. Kealoha means the loved one. One strike to Reggie Sanders. One ball and 1 strike. Bosky lifetime in the major leagues 19 and 29. He's even up against Cincinnati 1-1. 2 balls and a strike to Sanders, who's batting at .286. Sanders is among the league leaders in runs scored. 10 runs scored in the early going. Lofts a foul out of play. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Both these pitchers will work quickly. Browning very quickly, and Bosky doesn't take long between pitches.
Full count.
Pitches he's missed a long way.
And Guanano, a birthday today, celebrating in Overbrook, Pennsylvania. A little bit high, and he walked him. So Sanders is aboard with 2 outs. He'll have to be watched. Leads the league in stolen bases in the early going with 3 of them. The batter is Kevin Mitchell. Mitchell is batting .243, 3 homers, 8 RBIs. Lifetime against Bosky, he's 2 out of 11. Check swing, bouncing ball past Bosky, which should be no trouble for Duncan, and isn't, and that will retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 left after 1/2. Reds nothing. Phil's coming to bat.
We're making noise about the new pan pizza deal from Pizza Hut. 2 delicious Pizza Hut cheese pan pizzas for just $9.99. With a thick pan crust. Baked with our own fresh dough. Jazzy toppings. And a blend of 3 cheeses. We call it Pandemonium. 2 pan pizzas for $9.99. Toppings extra. Now at Pizza Hut. Get it before it's gone.
Taking a look at the weather, we've got a high-pressure system.
Sitting right here.
And that is bringing us nothing but clear skies and old Mr. Sunshine.
Is it just us, or are weathermen really only guessing?
But hold on.
It's gonna get better.
Clear as a bell. Not a cloud in the sky.
That's why we make the Isuzu Trooper, because life's an adventure. Be prepared.
My prediction, it's gonna rain. Trust me.
Isuzu, practically amazing.
It's the first business person special of the season. Compliments of Mellon PSFS. Tuesday, April 19th at 1:05, when the Phillies demolish, demoralize, and dismantle the Dodgers. Midweek, midday, April fun of the sun. Call 463-1000.
Back at Veterans Stadium, the Reds have taken the field behind Tom Browning. Jim Fragosi's starting lineup for the Phils this afternoon. Lenny Dykstra, center fielder, leads off. Mariano Duncan, second base, bats second. Ricky Jordan, first base, hitting third. Dave Hollins, third baseman, bats fourth. Pete Incaviglia, left field, hitting fifth. Todd Pratt catching today, batting sixth. Kim Baptiste, shortstop, hit seventh. Tony Longmire, right fielder, batting eighth. And Sean Bosky pitching, hitting ninth. They're facing Tom Browning.
It's his 3rd start. He's 0-0. His ERA is high at 9.72. He's around the plate a lot.
Dykstra, first ball swinging, hits a fly ball to right field, and Reggie Sanders is there, makes the grab. As we said, this weather's not quite sure what it wants to do. The sun was out at the start of the game. Now it's really clouded over. They almost need the lights on here. Defensively for Cincinnati, Willie Green at third base, Barry Larkin shortstop, Brett Boone at second, Hal Morris at first, Brian Dorsett catching. In the outfield from left to right, Kevin Mitchell, Roberto Kelly, and Reggie Sanders. Mariano Duncan is batting at .279. He's been a good lifetime hitter against Browning, .438 his career average, including a couple of home runs off Tom Browning. Browning has been a winning pitcher in his career, 120 and 87 lifetime. The Phillies are the only team that have a winning record against Browning in the National League. Browning is 8-9 against the Phils lifetime.
He's a workhorse too. He pitches a lot of innings. He's ahead of every club but one in wins and losses that he's faced. Like the Phillies.
He's pitched a perfect game in his career in 1988 against the Dodgers at Riverfront Stadium. Line drive left field, but right at Mitchell. Well hit by Duncan, but right at Kevin Mitchell. That's 2 down. Last year, he had a broken finger in his pitching hand, which limited his duty to 20 starts. He was 7-7 with a 4.74 ERA. He had a perfect game through 8 innings here at Veterans Stadium in 1989. Broken up with a leadoff double by...
Can't remember his name. Young kid, wasn't he?
Don.
Well, it wasn't so young either.
Ricky Jordan hitting at 240. Jordan lifetime against Browning is a .500 hitter, 9 for 18, including a home run. He'll turn his circle changeup over on right-handers. Try to throw it low and away and get him to fish for it. Struck him out, so a 1-2-3 inning for Browning. No runs, hits, errors, and none left after one. It's a 0-0 game.
Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. You just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on.
Lean on #1, Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield.
The feisty Phillies look to pummel the Pirates and ring Jay's bell Thursday, May 12th and Friday, May 13th at 7:35, Saturday, May 14th at 7:05, and Sunday, May 15th at 1:35, when women 15 and over receive a free oversized T-shirt compliments of Thriftway, one neat gift, and 4 big games against Dandy Andy and the Buccos. To order tickets by phone, call 463-1000.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Never miss a meeting.
What would you do?
Mom's at home. Pager.
What about you?
All right, you got the pager number right?
We're
going out. Cool, this works.
What would you do? You could go anywhere, do anything, and still keep in touch with the people you want to keep in touch with. So what are you waiting for? Get the pager. It's affordable, it's portable from Motorola.
After one inning of play, it's the Phils 0 and Cincinnati 0. Upcoming telecasts of Phillies baseball include tomorrow night's game with the Dodgers on Prism and Tuesday afternoon's Business Person Special on Sports Channel. Bruce Framing is talking to Ralph Frangipani, the Phillies ground crew supervisor, and I think he's probably talking to him about what I mentioned. Probably ought to turn the lights on here. I mean, started this game in sunshine, and now it is really dark, and it's sprinkling a bit. Alberto Kelly will lead it off. Kelly hitting at .294. One strike to Kelly. Two quick strikes to Kelly.
Let's see, slider right there. Kelly chased it a little outside.
Kelly was an all-star last year. He hit .319 for the Reds. Now it's coming down pretty hard. The fans are starting to head for the shelter. This wasn't supposed to happen today. Line drive into shallow right, and Longmire has to play it on a hop. It'll be a base hit for Roberto Kelly. And it'll bring up Willie Green.
He really fought this pitch off. He didn't really have a great swing. You can see he sliced the ball into right field. Longmire wasn't playing him that deep, but he couldn't quite get in there.
Send along our best wishes for a speedy recovery. Tom Brussy in the Bryn Mawr Hospital. Tom, longtime Phillies fan, just turned 94 recently. 2 balls and no strikes to Willie Green. Lasorda, Mike Piazza, and the Dodgers are in tomorrow night. Ben Rivera against Ramon Martinez tomorrow night. Business person special, don't forget, on Tuesday. Kurt Schilling goes against Pedro Astacio. 3 balls and 1 strike to Willie Green.
I think we'll see Kelly off and running here, and the 3-1 count.
Kelly has good speed. Bosky thinks so too. There goes Kelly, and it's a punch shot base hit to center field. Kelly will end up at third base, and the Reds have runners at first and third. Green didn't get it all, but he slung it into center for a hit, and the Reds first and third, no outs for Brett Boone.
That's right, he didn't get it all. He just hit that about on the trademark and lost a piece of his bat. Infield will stay back.
Brett Boone batting at .250. One ball and no strikes. Boone played third base for the first time in his professional baseball career last night. Back at his normal position of second today. One ball and 1 strike. Lights have come on now here at Veterans Stadium.
Little squall, Harry.
Squally. It's like a little more than a squall on that shot. It's coming down pretty hard right now. Bruce Fremming is going to call time. Bruce Fremming is going to call time. It's raining a little bit too hard. So we're going to have a delay in the game here in the second inning. And hopefully these rains will blow through and we'll be able to get this ball game in. Cincinnati will have runners at first and third with nobody out in the second inning.
David Montgomery is, guess he's calling the weatherman. He has a weatherman hotline somewhere.
Probably not raining at the airport today.
Yeah, that's where they should have built this ballpark. It never rains out there.
So we are in a delay here at Veterans Stadium. We're playing in the second inning. Cincinnati with runners at first and third and nobody out when play is resumed. One it'll be tough on is Sean Bosky, who in his first start in a Phillies uniform was pumped up for this starting assignment. We'll have to wait. Hopefully he does not stiffen up at all. Wind is also really kicking up here at the ballpark. It's swirling, so it's hard to tell what it's going to do to fly balls. Right now it would appear that it's going to help fly balls to the outfield. A good crowd on hand here at Veterans Stadium, and they want to see some baseball. Ralph Frangipani, ground crew supervisor.
I don't think they're going to put the big canvas on.
I don't think they're going to keep these small canvases on unless they anchor them down. This wind is such that it is really strong here at the ballpark.
Cover the dirt. Sun's coming out right now.
Should be a rainbow, Whitey, somewhere. This weather just does not know what it wants to do. 1 minute it's sunshine and blue skies. The next minute it's rain. It's been that way all day. Beautiful morning. We should have played this game at 9.
Well, they're just kind of standing by. There is still rain falling, but not nearly as much. And the sun found a hole up there somewhere.
Once the game starts, of course, it is in the hands of the umpires, and this umpiring crew is chiefed by Bruce Fremming, so the game is in Bruce's hands. He's the plate umpire today. Well, hopefully we'll get a ball game in today. I think we will. We are in a rain delay right now, but should be able to get the game in.
Harry, I have a little trivia for you.
Okay.
You've heard of the expression, the Mendoza line, and
yes.
Now that pertains to a batting average. What do you suppose that batting average is?
200.
Do you know what Mendoza's major league lifetime average is?
I would guess that Mario had a career average around 228.
215.
Okay.
Actually was what it was, but why would they call it the Mendoza line then at 200?
Well, that's a good question. I think somebody just kind of liked Mario Mendoza and wanted to have his name
immortalized.
Yeah.
Well, we have a bright, the sunshine is really bright here, and the rain has almost stopped.
Well, we see the skies, and ground crew now is going to take the canvas off, so we're going to resume play. Ralph Frangipani.
It's what we call a squall, Harry.
Ralph blows those cigars. He is the supervisor, field and maintenance operations. Sean Bosky will be ready to take a few warm-up tosses. There's Jerry Crawford, local product and an outstanding umpire, part of this crew. Neil Hartman has an update on some action in the major leagues. So let's go back to the studio and bring in Neil. Neil?
All right, Harry and Richie, thank you very much. It looks like we're going to have baseball in just a few minutes back at Veterans Stadium as the ground crew gets the field prepared for more action in the second inning between the Phillies and the Reds. National League scoreboard this afternoon, the Atlanta Braves a 2:20 start. In about 19 minutes, they'll get underway at Wrigley Field in Chicago. The Braves, of course, 9-0 on the road this season, only one loss, and looking to take on the Cubs this afternoon. And I'll tell you, Atlanta on a steamrolling start right now. San Diego, St. Louis, that's a 2:15 start, so in just a few minutes at Busch Stadium. The Mets trail Houston 1-0 that game in the early going. It's Los Angeles and Pittsburgh, no score in the first, no score between San Francisco and Florida in the second inning, and Montreal, Colorado, that is a 3:05 start. In the American League this afternoon, the Chicago White Sox and the Boston Red Sox are 1-1 in the third. First, we'll tell you about New York and Detroit, no score there in the third. And Kansas City's jumped out to a 2-0 advantage over Cleveland. They're in the third inning. Minnesota and Oakland is a 4:05 start, as is Toronto at California. 4:35 this afternoon, Milwaukee and Seattle. And Baltimore, Texas is your Sunday night affair. That's an 8:05 start at the new ballpark in Arlington. 8:05 start between Baltimore and Texas. All right, we're just a few minutes away from resuming action at Veterans Stadium. Let's send it back now to Harry Callis and Rich Ashburn. Gentlemen.
All right, thanks, Neil. And look at the skies above. This is unbelievable. Blue skies overhead. 10 minutes ago, it's just as pitch black with rain coming down pretty hard. Lights have gone on. Now they don't need the lights at this point, but wait 10 minutes and we might need them again. It's amazing. John Bosky is ready to go. He's taking his warm-up tosses. The Reds have runners at first and third following base hits by Roberto Kelly and Willie Green. Kelly at third, Green at first. And Brett Boone is the batter. The count is a ball and a strike to Brett Boone.
I think they're waiting for Kelly. He's not out there. The runner on third. Here he comes.
One to Brett Boone after this brief delay. This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Phillies and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Phillies. Runner breaking. That'll eliminate a double play ball, and it'll get a run home. So Boone will get an RBI. He's thrown out by Mariano Duncan, the only play Dunk had with Green going on the pitch. Kelly scores, and the Reds lead at 1-0.
Good thing the runner was going. That was a dead double play ball.
That'll bring up Brian Dorsett. One strike to the catcher, hitting at 250. Joe Oliver has missed this entire series with a sprained ankle. Oliver is on a day-to-day basis. So Dorsett has caught the entire series. Veteran receiver. Into left center field. Incaviglia got a late start, and it falls in front of him. Being waved around is Willie Green, and he scores. Stumbling and out at first base is Brian Dorsett. I think Incaviglia really froze on that ball and ended up not making the grab in left field.
Yeah, and after he made the grab on the bounce, he should have thrown it home because the runner was kind of stuck up there between second and third, and he just kept running then when Incaviglia held the ball.
It'll be a base hit and a run batted in. Pratt alertly getting Dorsett, who had straight off first base. It goes Incaviglia, Pratt, Jordan for out number 2, and the batter is Tom Browning. A balls and 2 strikes to Browning, a lifetime 152 hitter. He's hit 2 career home runs. One off Jose Melendez and one off Oral Hershiser. He's called out on strikes. That'll retire the side. Bosky deserved a better fate, but 2 runs in the inning on 3 hits, no errors and none left. We go to the bottom of the second. It's 2-0 Reds.
Bo and Abe, 2 average teens from another planet with an insatiable appetite for fun, females, and food.
My brother and I were arrested for eating 75 gallons of ice cream.
These boys are bound to make you laugh.
You tell them we accept the challenge.
Do you guys take anything seriously?
Food, women. Women with food, naked women without food. Hi, hello, how are you?
They came from outer space. Weeknights at 5, beginning Monday on PHL 17.
So what's a good bet in reliable, affordable cars? The 94 edition of the car book says the best bet is Hyundai Excel. It beats Sentra, Metro, and Tercel hands down. Excel's got more room, more features, and 2 years scheduled service at no charge. Those other guys don't have that. Plus, Excel is America's lowest priced car. After rebate, it's more than $2 grand less than Tercel, which makes Excel a sure thing. Don't take a gamble. Get more car for less at your nearest Hyundai dealer today.
It started with an idea that has now won the prestigious Thomas Edison Patent Award, which annually recognizes major innovations in technology. The award was won by Exxon for a gasoline additive that removes deposits for a cleaner engine, reduces emissions for cleaner air, and improves performance. Next time you fill up, rely on the award-winning gasolines from Exxon.
Tip your hat to this one. It's the Fanatic's birthday, and kids 14 and under get a free cap with a Fanatic on front compliments of Tasty Cake when the Phillies play the Giants. Sunday, May 1st at 1:35. For tickets, call 463-1000.
the first of 6 midweek midday fun of the Sun baseball games, and a great first one bringing in Tom Lasorda and the Dodgers on Tuesday at 1:05. Take the afternoon off and enjoy the Phils and the Los Angeles Dodgers. For tickets, call 463-1000 or stop by the Center City ticket office at Mellon PSFS Center Square building, and Dude O'Dowd will take care of your ticket needs. Dave Hollins leads it off. Takes one low for a ball. Hollins hitting at .324, tied for third in the league in runs scored with 11. Fifth in the league in on-base percentage at .471. He bunts. What a good one if it stays fair, and it doesn't. Just foul before it hit the bag. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He's pretty good at that. We've seen him do it a lot. Yeah, right on the chalk.
Just missed
inches.
The bag. 1-1 the count to Hollins. Back and out of play, 1-2. On this date in history, in 1969, the Phillies were no hit by Bill Stoneman. I wasn't here then, but you were, Whitey. I guess you remember that game.
Yeah, I'd even talked to Bill about it. He's in the front office up in Montreal. That was really the highlight of his career.
Change up, hit on the ground to Larkin. Gets Hollins, 1 down. Bring up Pete Incaviglia. Incaviglia hitting at .241, lifetime against Browning. He's 3 for 6. Strike to Incaviglia. They play him as a dead pull hitter in the infield and the outfield. Larkin way over in the hole at shortstop. Two strikes to Incaviglia. You see the defense. Larkin in the hole, and Boone near second base. Morris well off the line. The outfield also swung around to the left. Him out. Second strikeout for Browning. 2 down here in the second. That'll bring up Todd Pratt.
2-3 pitches right in the same spot. Look like pretty good pitches to hit right down the middle.
Pratt is batting at .250. One ball and no strikes. 2-0 to Todd Pratt. Just missing the outside corner. 3-0. Walk Pratt on 4 pitches. So Pratt is the Phillies' first base runner of the afternoon. It'll bring up Kim Baptiste. Batty is 1 for 5, hitting at .200, although he's hit some balls on the nose. Caught. One ball and no strikes to Baptiste.
5 pitches in a row that he's missed. That's unusual for him. He's right around that strike zone all the time.
In his career, 2.4 walks per 9 innings coming into this season, so he's a good control pitcher. that pitch to right-hand hitters. He turns it over, a circle change.
You see the ball drop away there and down a little bit.
Pops a foul out of play. Still 1-2 to Kim Baptiste. Just missed the inside part of the plate. He caught Baptiste looking away, tried to bust him in, but missed inside. 2-2. Struck him out. Third strikeout for Browning. No runs, no hits, no errors, and one left. At the end of 2-0 Cincinnati.
On April 22nd, somewhere in the desert, nuclear arms are going to be tested. Budweiser presents Evander Holyfield, heavyweight champion versus Michael Moorer, the #1 contender. Live from Caesar's Palace, only on pay-per-view. Call your local cable operator to order. Find a television and take shelter.
At Geo, we've thought a lot about safety. That's why Geo Prism comes with standard dual airbags and available anti-lock brakes. In addition, it's equipped with a rugged steel safety cage. You see, we not only want to make accidents easier to avoid, we also want to make them easier to walk away from.
Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know Geo Prism with over 100 standard safety features.
Dear car owners, not everyone knows a car's suspension consists of the shocks, struts, steering, and alignment.
Another thing not everyone knows, Midas is a suspension expert.
So if your car pulls, shimmies, or bounces, come to Midas for a thorough inspection and a guarantee on shocks and struts for as long as you own your car. That's the Midas way.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Mom's not home. Pager.
With a Motorola pager, the important people in your life can always reach you.
Ooh, this works.
The affordable, portable Motorola pager.
Barry Larkin leaves it off for the Reds here in the third. Takes one low for a ball. Lined into deep left center field. Dykstra catches up to it at the warning track. Good play by the dude. He got a good jump on that ball. Finally ran it down at the track. One down.
And he's really been complaining about the AstroTurf out there. It says it's hard as a rock and it kind of hurts his legs. He had a beat on it all the way. Took it right in stride.
Here's Hal Morris. He grounded out his first time up. This is another reason the Phillies got Sean Bosky. Morris is 0 for 7 lifetime against Bosky. Morris really hits Phillies pitching. 2 strikes to Hal Morris. Ground ball deep third past Hollins down the left field line. Kicks back toward the infield away from Incaviglia. It'll be a double for Hal Morris. 4th hit given up by Bosky, and the batter will be Reggie Sanders.
Just reached out and poked that ball between Hollins and the bag. Not a very good swing, but he got a double out of it.
Our trivia question this afternoon is brought to you by Dodge. It's been 20 years since 3 or more players in the National League have hit 40 home runs in the same season. Foul backing out of play off the bat of Reggie Sanders. That was in 1973 when Davey Johnson hit 43, Darrell Evans hit 41, Henry Aaron 40, and Willie Stargell 44. When was the last time this feat was accomplished in the American League, where 3 or more players hit 40 or more home runs? Hard ground ball to Dave Hollins, holds the runner and throws out Reggie Sanders. That's 2 down, and that'll bring up Kevin Mitchell. Well, Sunday, May 1st, another birthday celebration for the Fanatic when the Phillies take on those San Francisco Giants, and all children 14 and under receive a terrific cap featuring the Fanatic on the front, compliments of tasty cake. Mark it down in your calendar. Fanatic's birthday, Sunday, May 1st. For tickets, call 463-1000. Kevin Mitchell grounded out his first time up. Big hack, no contact, nothing in 2. Morris at second with 2 down. This with a breaking ball. In, it's 2-2. Reds lead 2-0. We're in the 3rd inning here at Veterans Stadium. Just missing the full count.
Like he wanted to swing at that pitch and held off right at the last split second. It was a ball.
Al Morris at second. He's called out on strike. Second strikeout for Bosky. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 left. Go to the bottom of the 3rd. 2-0 Cincinnati.
We're making noise about the new pan pizza deal from Pizza Hut. 2 delicious Pizza Hut cheese pan pizzas for just $9.99. With a thick pan crust. Baked with our own fresh dough. Jazzy toppings. And a blend of 3 cheeses. We call it Pandemonium. 2 pan pizzas for $9.99. Toppings extra. Now at Pizza Hut. Get it before it's gone.
The gutsy, gritty, go-for-broke Philadelphia Phillies take on the always colorful Tommy Lasorda and the Los Angeles Dodgers Monday, April 18th at 7:35. Then again Tuesday, April 19th at 1:05 in the first of 6 business person specials. Come on, all you dudes and dudesses. Come back for more in '94. Order your tickets in advance now. Call 463-1000. That's 463-1000.
Welcome to the Fleer Ultra Baseball Factory Tour. This year, we're putting gold foil stamping on both sides. Plus, more color-enhanced action on our all-new 3-photo backs. Fasten your seatbelts. There's UV coating on both sides, too. And we're in your face with incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's 1 insert card in every pack. 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball, better than ever.
Today's game is brought to you in part by Budweiser Beechwood Age for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By Bell Atlantic Mobile. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile. And by the AT&T Business Advantage. Let it work for you. Tony Longmire fouls off the first pitch. 0-1 to Longmire. Longmire is 1 for 8 so far this season. Our trivia question of the afternoon brought to you by Dodge. It's been 20 years since the National League had 3 or more players hit 40 homers in a season back in 1973. Davey Johnson, Darrell Evans, Hank Aaron, and Willie Stargell all hit 40 or more. Loft in the air to left. And Mitchell makes the grab. 1 down. It'll bring up Sean Bosky. When was the last time the American League had 3 or more players with 40 or more homers? Bosky not a bad hitting pitcher. 200 lifetime.
How about the Yankees?
No, it's 3 players in the league that hit 40 or more home runs. It's not a team. 3 players in the league.
In the American League?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
In the entire league on any team. It's been 21 years since the National League has had 3 or more players hit 40 homers. Bosky, ground ball slowed down by Browning and picked off by Larkin.
He might have had a base hit there if Browning had just slowed the ball a little. See him just tick it with his glove, allowing Larkin to get over there.
Here's Lenny Dykstra flying out to right, his first time up. One strike to him.
Looking for a year?
Yeah. 3 or more hitters with 40 or more home runs in the league.
Harry, I don't have any idea.
Last year, Juan Gonzalez, Ken Griffey, and Frank Thomas. As Kevin Mitchell makes the grab, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. Chris Wheeler and Andy Musser join you in the 4th at the end of 3, 2-0 Cincinnati.
I finally made it to the big leagues. And my first game, we get the call. And I'm thinking, how lucky can a guy get?
Beechwood aged for that fresh, distinctive taste. Crisp, clean, classic.
If Burger King had just one customer, we'd have just one way to serve the #1 preferred burger. But since you come in more than one size, so does the Flame Broiled Whopper. Like the new Whopper Jr. with more beef than before. Or Double Whopper with more beef than you'd believe. There's a Whopper taste for any size appetite from the everyday value of 99 cents. Whopper meals from $1.99. We don't have to be the world's #1 fast food place. Just yours, and yours, and yours.
Welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order, please?
I just can't climb into a suit and tie.
Meet Kevin. He didn't get his business philosophy from an MBA program.
I think it's really about not the profit margins I'm trying to make, but about staying connected with my customers.
How else does Kevin connect with his customers? The AT&T Business Advantage, his own 800 number. Now you can keep up with your customers for only $6 a month.
Hey, AT&T works for me.
Let AT&T work for you.
The easiest, most hassle-free way to see the Phillies in '94 is with Phillies season tickets. Don't miss the boat. Get on board now. They're still available, and plans will be discounted should you choose one on which a game has already been played. Here's the number to call, 463-5000 for Phillies season tickets. Reds have a 2-0 lead as we head to the 4th inning. Roberto Kelly is the leadoff hitter. He has singled and scored one of the Cincinnati runs. Otherwise, Bosky has done a pretty good job, and Wheels, the runs that the Reds got were almost scratch runs in a sense.
So far, he has, Andy. Yeah, there are a couple of balls in the outfield maybe should have been caught, which, you know, the defense has not helped him that much. That way, Lenny made a heck of a play in center, though.
Oh, he sure did. That was a great running catch. That was the ball hit by Larkin. Larkin's hit a tough luck in this series. Now to play, 1 ball and 2 strikes on Kelly. He'll be followed by Green and Boone.
I really don't know what to expect from Bosky today because he was a relief pitcher with the Cubs. He pitched as a relief pitcher basically during spring training, so you know he really hasn't had a chance to extend himself that much.
Been a starter in the past, but you're right as far as innings concerned. Now there he got that fastball up there pretty good. Kelly chases a high fastball as Bosky picks up his 3rd strikeout.
This guy has a good arm. There's no doubt about it. Throws fastball, breaking ball, and straight change. And they think he can help them in some ways this year.
Now Willie Green, he has singled and scored.
He had a pretty good pitches last time up in on him, and he fought it off and flared it into left center.
Bouncer up the middle. It goes on through for a base hit. Willie Green is 2 for 2, hitting this one up the middle. That's hit number 5 for the Cincinnati Reds. Brings to the plate Brett Boone, who picked up an RBI in his first time up. He got it on an infield ground out. It was a ball that might have been a double play ball, except that the runner was moving at the time. Last night, Boone played his first game ever at third base. It's got to be a thrill for Booney to play here at this ballpark, wouldn't you think, Will?
Oh, he said that. Yeah, he was very excited about it. And Bob was happy to be back here too. And both of them used the word "it's nice," or the term "it's nice to be home again." Mm-hmm. They have fond memories of living in this area. Booney got a chance to play Pine Valley the other day, so he said he really enjoyed that. Played with Greg Luzinski. Those two were inseparable in their days with the Phillies.
Safe at first is Willie Green. Green has not stolen a base. Tony Fernandez, who's been in the infield in each of the other 2 games in this series, is getting the day off. There's a good pitch by Bosky in on the hands of Boone. Worked him inside. Bosky had pitched twice in relief for the Cubs, but had totaled only 3 2/3 innings. He's only 1 out away from that right here. On the ground. Hollins drops, picks it up, safe. It's going to be an error on Hollins. Everybody's safe. It is an error on Dave, and the Phillies had gone the last 3 games and 33 innings without any errors.
Yeah, their defense has hurt them a lot this season, and they've stayed away from problems the last few games. All Hollins is going to try and do here is get an out at second. It was not a double play ball, but he fumbled it. So they have not played well defensively today. To mention a couple balls in the outfield have been a problem, and now that one.
So 2 on, 1 out in the inning. Bottom 2 hitters in the lineup now, Dorsett and the pitcher Browning. So if Bosky can bear down here, he can see his way out of this. Dorsett got an RBI single first time up, but then got trapped between first and second and was out. Reds ahead 2-0 in the 4th. Two balls and no strikes on Dorsett. We haven't seen Joe Oliver in this whole series.
Sprained ankle. They thought maybe he would play today, but I guess they're going to give him 1 more.
They got a day off tomorrow, so it makes sense to give him the extra time, bring him back Tuesday night. They go home for homestand after this ball game today. Bat handle looper. Long run for Jordan. Nice play, Ricky Jordan. That's the 2nd time today he has ranged down beyond the tarp to catch a foul pop. A terrific play.
That was a tough play, too, as Andy mentioned. A real good play by Ricky Jordan because the ball wasn't hit that high, and he had a long way to go for it. And right there at the end, as he's about ready to run out of real estate, he catches it. Took a look to see if those stands were coming up, and they were.
They were indeed. Nice play, and then he fired the ball back in. Here's Tom Browning, runners first and second and 2 outs. Pitcher has batted 4 times this year, and he struck out every time. Ball 1 on Browning. But he can swing the bat, though. He hit a home run off Oral Hershiser last year. He has 2 Major League home runs. Ball 2, 2-0. You don't want to see him get on and Larkin get up there.
Because he is overdue.
Yes. Strike, 2-1. Tom Browning now 33 years of age. That's a strike. Browning had an unexcused absence last year. Remember that game when the Reds were playing at Wrigley Field, and he went and sat in the bleachers across the, not in the bleachers, but on one of the rooftops across the way. Remember that?
Davey Johnson was not happy about that.
No.
He's a left-hander. I mean, you expect those kind of things from left-handers.
In the air to left field, Incaviglia back. He makes the catch. Ho-ho! What a savior that play was. No runs, 1 hit, an error, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 2-0 Cincinnati.
He's a gumshoe on a mission.
Why, you hit hard.
But he'll dance a couple of rounds if he has to.
Like a real pro.
Clearing his name is the name of the game.
You better get yourself an army of gunsos like Billy Boy.
He won't be put on ice.
How long you gonna live?
It's kill or be killed. Banyan.
I'm coming after you.
Today at 4 on PHL 17.
If you're looking to buy an Accord, Ultima, or Camry, don't do it. Check out the all-new 95 Hyundai Sonata first. Sonata with standard dual airbags costs $3,400 less than Camry. But only Sonata's got more passenger room, air conditioning, and an AM/FM stereo cassette standard. And right now, you can lease one for just $199 a month. So if you want more car for less money, Sonata is the car to drive. Test drive the all-new Sonata with dual airbags at your nearest Hyundai dealer today.
Where are they going?
Shopping.
9 out of 10 uses the genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages.
Good afternoon. I'm Neil Hartman with a sports break in the National League this afternoon. First, we'll check American League scores. It's 3-2, New York out in front of Detroit in the 4th. Chicago 3-1 in the 5th. Kansas City out in front of Cleveland. They're in the 6th inning. All these ball games later on this afternoon. Minnesota and Oakland, Toronto, California, Milwaukee and Seattle, and Baltimore in Texas. Phillies trail the ball game. They're playing at baseball at Veterans Stadium. Let's go back to Chris Wheeler.
All right, Neil Hartman. And we go to the bottom half of the 4th inning. The leadoff hitter for the Phillies is Duncan. It's a pop-up out near Morris, and he makes that catch just outside the line. That's foul ball. Duncan is retired, 1 down. The Reds lead it 2-0.
When a guy has a good changeup, the way that Tom Browning does, sometimes he can use his fastball effectively to jam hitters. And there's an example there of Duncan really jammed himself and hit that ball foul down the first baseline. He was looking for something else, and the ball got in on him.
Here's a heck of a hand for a guy who struck out in his only at-bat, but they're cheering Ricky Jordan's defensive plays. He's made 2 fine catches of foul pops down the right field line. Reaches out and fouls this one off. 0-2 on Jordan. John Kruk getting a day off today. There's a chance that John could be back in the lineup tomorrow when the Dodgers come in.
I think they want to play him tomorrow night. Saw him earlier today. He hadn't even changed yet. You know, I think Jim Fregosi just doesn't want to use him at all today.
1-2.
John Kruk has really made a remarkable recovery, and everybody really admires the things that he's done, but they knew he would get tired, and they just need to sit him for a little while.
Base hit for Jordan. Ricky reaches out and lines it to right field. That's the first hit of the game for the Phillies.
It's a good approach to Tom Browning if you're a right-handed batter, too. If he's going to throw that changeup or fastball away, try and take it the other way. And there it was on the outside part of the plate, and Ricky Jordan just hit it into right field.
Yeah, if you try to pull it, you're going to be hitting a lot of ground balls. Here's Dave Hollins. Dave out on a ground ball to shortstop in his only at bat today.
Browning is a pitcher that can really frustrate hitters because he gives them a comfortable offer. There's nothing overpowering about it.
Hollins takes a strike.
You know, they go back to the dugout and they can't believe that he got him out. But he's been doing it for a lot of years.
Yeah, the Phillies are the one team in the National League against which Browning does not have a winning record. Up the middle. Larkin underhands to Boone, back on to first, double play. Phillies in the fourth, no runs a hit, nobody left, and the Reds continue ahead 2-0.
Baseball is back. And you can play it anytime, any place. Introducing Doubleheader from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Just scratch off 9 innings, beat the other team's score, and win up to $1,000 instantly. Best of all, you get 2 games for the price of 1. Doubleheader from the Pennsylvania Lottery.
Here's to you. I wasn't even looking when my old boss called. He said he had an opening, more responsibility, an office with a great view, even a piece of the business. I told him I'd think about it.
Oh, you got my message?
Yeah, all of them.
Yeah, but that might still fit.
Dad could be pretty convincing.
Budweiser. Crisp, clean, classic. Oh, by the way, parked in my spot.
Proud to be your bud. I wonder what the warranty covers. How does Prism's 24-hour roadside assistance work anyway? Can I get anti-lock brakes? Are the dual airbags really standard?
Before you buy a new car, you have a lot of questions. Call 1-800-GET-TO-KNOW and get to know all the answers about the Geo Prism.
How about if I just take this one?
That started to cloud over here again at Veterans Stadium. We already had a short rain delay. Here's how they scored. Reds have 2 runs in the ball game. Brett Boone with an infield out RBI, and then Dorsett hit that fly ball to left field that dropped in front of Incaviglia for a single, and that's it in the ball game so far.
Here are the Reds to try for more, and a tough luck Barry Larkin leading it off. He's fouled out and hit a ball that Dykstra caught on the dead run in the track in left center field. Larkin against the Phillies this year 1 for 18, but that one hit cost the Phillies a ball game in Cincinnati.
Larkin has started to hit a few balls harder the last few days, so maybe he thinks he's starting to come out of it. I mean, he's been in this game long enough to know how frustrating it is. It is certainly a game of failure.
Here's a ball that should be played into an out, although Duncan has to field that off balance. That was a nice flip throw. Mariano got a lot on that ball, and Larkin is out again. Well, the Giants and Padres are both headed for Philadelphia. You get to see Barry Bonds on the 29th of April. 7:35 ball game, start of a weekend series, which includes the Fanatic birthday on Sunday, and a free cap for the youngsters that day. Here's the number for your tickets: 463-1000. Al Morris at the plate, doubled last time up, past third baseman Dave Hollins. Hits the ball in the air, foul, third base side. That'll go out of play. Morris 1 for 2 in the ball game, grounded out on a 3-1 hookup his first time up. Reds lead the game 2-0 in the 5th.
It's one of those days where they don't know to put the lights on or not. Now they could use them again.
Yeah, and if they don't come on instantly, it's not like you can make a snap decision about that.
Funny thing is, they were on prior to the game, and they turned them off to start the game. You don't often see that. But it's been one of those days where it's been either, you know, brilliant sunshine or heavy cloud cover. Not much in between. If you have just a cloudy day, you leave them on. 2-1 on Morris, who's been in 3 different spots in the lineup in the 3 games of this series. Normally he's a 3-hitter, but he's batting 2 today, and he was batting 6th last night. Fastball outside. It's 3-1 now on Morris. Hitting at .349. Phillies debut for Sean Bosky. Base hit for Morris.
He hits the funkiest balls to left field. Looked like he just somehow hit that off the end of the bat, and it just kind of flooped him into the outfield. He is one of the best opposite field hitters you'll ever see. Watch this thing. Ball has good movement away right off the end of the bat, and look at this little clunker. Hal Morris is a good hitter.
Umbrellas are going up again here at the vet. Reggie Sanders at the plate. He has walked and grounded to third. Pop up. Going to be playable. Mask off for Pratt. He grabs it. Sanders fouls out to Pratt for the second out of the inning. Next due, Kevin Mitchell. He has grounded out on a check swing and looked at a called third strike. We had an 8-minute rain delay here earlier in the ball game, and that was one of the weirdest. It was so short we didn't even see the tarp go on the field. Only the baseline tarps went on. Mitchell takes ball 1. Mitchell has been, for him, healthy so far this year. He's missed only 1 ball game. He's had quite an assortment of injuries over the years.
That's where you get him out, right there. If you can somehow get that breaking ball down and away from Mitchell, or really crowd him, jam him up and in. Bosky throws him a perfect pitch there because Mitchell is pulling off. Look where his hip is already, and he can't reach that.
The 1-1 to Mitchell. Jammed him there.
That's good pattern they've gone. Now they went away, and then they come back in on him, and now they've established 2 zones to Kevin Mitchell where he knows Bosky can throw both pitches. Now it's up to Todd Pratt and Bosky to decide how they want to go for the kill here. They're going to go away. Whoop. Now Bosky, a lot of shaking off. They haven't worked together, obviously.
Pratt setting up a little outside here, and that's where they go, and it's a bouncer that goes on through. Mars stops at second on a bleeder through the middle by Kevin Mitchell. Last night he got a single, and prior to that it was his first hit that wasn't a homer off the Phillies this year.
Talk about tomahawking a pitch. They had a lot of trouble deciding on what they wanted to throw there after throwing 2 really good pitches. And that wasn't a bad pitch. It was a high pitch, a high fastball looked like. And he just beat it through the middle.
Roberto Kelly 1 for 2, single and strikeout. He has scored one of the 2 Cincinnati runs. It's 2-0 Reds. 2 on here with 2 outs. Swing and a miss by Kelly. Rain coming harder as fans start to scurry. And this is just like what we saw earlier today. Inside, 1 ball, 1 strike.
Starting to get the bullpen up now. You know, I think they figured if they got 5 out of Bosky today and he didn't struggle, they'd be happy.
Mike Williams throwing in the Phillies bullpen. One ball and 2 strikes as you check out Mike Williams warming. Williams has been in only 1 game so far. Kelly chases, and strikeout number 4 for Bosky. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 5th. 2-0 Reds.
Phillies try to knock the Giants down to size Friday, April 29th at 7:35. Saturday, April 30th at 7:05. And Sunday, May 1st at 1:35 when it's the Fanatic's birthday. And kids 14 and under get a free cap with a Fanatic on front, compliments of Tasty Cake. Then, our guys try to turn the Padres into pansies Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all at 7:35. For tickets, call 463-1000.
It's time to catch spring fever at Napa, the place more people rely on to keep their vehicles running and to help them save. Get Autolite or Champion resistor spark plugs, your choice, just 69 cents. A Napa Lawn and Garden battery is just $19.99 with exchange. Spring is the perfect time for this handy 8-piece cooler combo, just $18.99. So spring into your nearest Napa Auto Parts store today and catch the fever.
Fasten your seatbelts. Because 94 Fleer Ultra Baseball has more gold, more photos, and more incredible inserts featuring superstars and hot rookies. There's one insert card in every pack. Fleer Ultra, better than ever.
The Bundys invade merry old England.
It's not a smile.
It will be when I take it away.
Tomorrow at 6:30 on PHL 17.
You're watching Philadelphia's movie station, PHL 17.
Bottom half of the 5th inning, and it's 2-0 Cincinnati. We had some rain here between half innings, but no stoppage of the game, obviously. And Incaviglia breaks his bat, shatters it. Boone stays with it and makes the play. Incaviglia goes on one pitch. One down here in the 5th with the Reds leading 2-0. Pretty good play by Boone. Today's game brought to you by your local Hyundai dealer. Hyundai, cars that make sense. The Pennsylvania Lottery. Lottery proceeds benefit older Pennsylvanians. And by the Yellow Pages, 9 out of 10 people use the genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. Todd Pratt coming up. In his only plate appearance, he drew a walk. Pratt making his second start of the year. Both have been against the Reds. The other game he started was the one where Dalton came down with the back spasms right prior to the start of the game, and he didn't even know he was going to play that night. It was a week ago Friday in Cincy. 0-2 on Pratt. Good eye to take it. 1-2. Browning ahead in the count can do some nibbling here. And that's what happens. Oh, and Boone blows it. That'll be an error on Brett Boone as Pratt reaches. The Reds last night broke a streak where they hadn't made an error in, I think, 8 games, and now they've had a couple of errors here.
That was a changeup, and Todd Pratt hit it off the end of the bat a little bit, but it has all that side spin because he hit it to the opposite field. Kind of like the ball that Thompson hit last night to Boone when he was playing third. And he allowed the ball to just eat him up.
Let's see if the Phillies can take advantage of the opening. Here's Kim Baptiste. That's foul ball.
Browning's doing a really good job. Phillies are doing a lot of first pitch swinging because they know Browning's going to be around the plate. He has a tendency to throw the long ball, but he's been mixing them up well enough that they're jamming themselves a lot of times with fastballs or with changeups. They're getting out front. As it appeared that Baptiste did that time, swinging fastball, got a changeup and just got it off the end of the bat a little bit. But Browning's smart. You know, he's not a guy, as we mentioned, who's overpowering, but he really does know how to pitch, especially in the certain games.
And he's a real competitor, too. Stays away from Baptiste here, 1-1. He struck Kim out the first time up. Browning has 3 strikeouts on the afternoon.
Gets in trouble when he gets near the middle of the plate because of his lack of velocity. And today he's really worked the corners well.
Here's a hard hit ball down to Green. Played a second one. Boone's return is in time, and it's an around the horn double play to bail out Boone. No runs, no hits, an error, and nobody left. And through 5, 2-0 Reds.
I see it all out here.
Whoa, check out the Ranger.
Climbers get in trouble. Sometimes they need help. Hey,
It can happen to anyone.
Are you okay? You'll have to swing over to me.
For all you do.
Budweiser. Crisp, clean, classic.
Proud to be your bud.
Right now at Dunkin' Donuts for just $5.99, you can take home 2 pounds of our world-famous coffee. That's enough coffee to fill all these cups. It's our own special blend of carefully selected and freshly roasted beans, ground to order. And at just $5.99 for 2 pounds, it's the best coffee around at the best price around. And what's even better, it comes in these convenient packages. Cups not included.
There's a new kind of energy around here. An energy company that's doing everything it can to help protect your air and your rivers. In fact, it's one of the few in the country that already exceeds those tough new clean air standards and won't have to spend a lot of money on new equipment to help preserve your environment. They planned ahead. There's a new energy company around here and a new name, Pico Energy, focusing our energies on you.
And as we look at the Philly Fanatic, let's see how these two pitchers are doing. After 5, Tom Browning has been really good, giving up just 1 hit. That opposite field hit to Ricky Jordan, 3 strikeouts and a walk. Sean Bosky's pitched pretty well, too. He's given up 7 hits. A few of those are pretty tainted. He's walked 1 and struck out 4, and the Reds made the most of their opportunity in the 2nd inning, scoring 2 runs. That's where we stand in the ballgame, 2-0, heading to the 6th.
And the way these two teams hit, you'd have to say this one is a long way from being settled. The Fanatic wants to make sure that nobody steals that cycle. He's got his blue cap on today, too. Wouldn't you just one day in your life like to spend a day inside that uni?
Yeah, I'd like it to be during one of those winter days we had this year, though.
Willie Green is 2 for 2 in the ball game. Here's a bid for another one, but Jordan makes a nice play. Green is retired on a sharply hit ball between Jordan and the line, and Ricky's had his hands full out at first base.
Well, it took kind of a funny hop, too. The first hop was true. The second hop wasn't. It's kind of kicking away from Jordan, who made another good play. As Andy said, Ricky's had a good job, good game with the glove, and he has the Phillies 1 hit on the ball in the ball game.
In steps Brett Boone. He's nothing out of 2. He did pick up an RBI on a ground out.
This game is flying along, too, because both these pitchers work fast, and for the most part, they're getting the ball over the plate.
Gone strike 1 on everybody, and as you just showed there on that graphic, each of them has walked only 1 batter. Back through the middle, Boone has a base hit. Right off the side of the mound, it kicked into center field, and that's hit number 8 for Cincinnati. The 46th annual edition of the Phillies yearbook is available, and of course this is a beauty because it goes back and recaptures all the excitement of last year. It also previews this year's team. 88 pages of colorful pictures and great stories about the Phillies. It costs $7 plus $2 for mail and handling. The box $75.75, Philadelphia 19101. It's a beauty. Dorsett is at the plate. 1 for 2 with an RBI single. Fouled off. And pitcher Tom Browning out in the on-deck circle. Dorsett has caught all 3 games in this series because of an ankle injury for Oliver that's not serious, but still he has not appeared in this series. And the Reds do not have a 3rd catcher as such. Raining again, fairly hard here at the vet. Funny day. Out of play.
It's amazing this many people came prepared for inclement weather. You see the number of umbrellas that you do see out there, because it wasn't supposed to rain today.
I didn't bring mine.
A little backup cloud right now. Looks like one's coming back over the stadium. It's starting to rain a little harder.
Can we send it back to the airport?
Soon.
Is it true that all stadium weather comes from the airport? Is that true?
Dave Montgomery has his own private weatherman.
55 strikes, 31 balls so far. Sean Bosky getting up there. They had the bullpen up last inning.
Dick James at the Schuylkill Valley Nature Center is a guy that does a lot of weather for the Phillies and is very, very accurate on systems moving through and how long you have to play in for those windows of opportunity.
We had a report on Larry Anderson, who pitched today for Reading against Trenton at Wilmington, if that's not confusing enough. To make it further confusing, he was a starting pitcher. Larry Anderson was. He went 2 innings, no hits, no runs, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts. Sounds like he's ready, Wills.
Can't believe that one guy hit the ball off it. Yeah, they'll activate him tomorrow, probably.
Just the way Larry planned it, he certainly wouldn't want to miss a West Coast trip. Phillies are leaving for the coast on Tuesday. They'll be playing San Francisco, San Diego, and Los Angeles, following games here Monday and Tuesday against the Dodgers.
Normally don't run in this situation because if you strike out into a double play, the pitcher leads off the next inning.
He goes. Grounded foul, third base side.
But in this situation, they ran.
Reds trying to add to their lead. That's Boone, who is on the run. Reds are ahead 2-0. We're in the 6th. Davy Johnson.
You don't want you to see his signs.
Can hardly see his jacket. Boone goes again, and it's popped up. He'll have to head back. Play for Duncan. Wind is a little tough here today. That's the second out.
It's one of those plays where they like to deke the runner. But it couldn't because Duncan had to go after the baseball. So Boone could see right away that it was up somewhere close to him in the infield when he saw Duncan looking up in the air.
Yeah, it's not a day to take liberties with these fly balls because they're not easy to catch. Tom Browning, he has struck out and hit a ball that was almost over the head of Incaviglia. Pete somehow got back and caught it.
That was a big play too because Pete had misjudged it a little bit, and that would have scored 2 more runs, made it 4-0.
Browning gets himself a base hit. Incaviglia gets over to cut it off, but Boone makes it to third base. Browning goes to second. Tom Browning with his first hit of the year. He had been 0 for 5. It is a 2-base hit.
Now this is a good play by Incaviglia. He saves a run here as Browning hit this ball hard to left center as Bosky made a real mistake. Incaviglia has to go real hard to his left, cuts it off, and this makes Ray Knight have to hold Boone at third.
Well, let's see what happens now. The Phillies have gotten Barry Larkin out all weekend, and now they have to get him out to save a couple of runs. He's 0 for 3 today, but he's hit the ball hard. Larkin 1 for 19 against the Phillies, and here's a spot where they really want to get him. The bullpen's going to get up again.
Big spot in the game for the Phillies because they're not swinging the bats well today. Browning's pitching well, 2-0 as opposed to 4-0.
Mike Williams again starts to throw in the bullpen. This is a big spot. There's Williams. The Reds have left 6 runners on base today. Larkin chases a breaking ball. 1-1 on Barry. The Reds have had base runners in every inning in this ball game. Hits in every inning except the first. Larkin has not had a hit in the series, and against the Phillies, as we say, 1 for 19 this year. The 1 hit, of course, won a ball game in extra innings for the Reds, the first game of the season between these two teams. Ball 3. So this is a tough pitch to make here. 3-1 on a good hitter, even though he's not been getting his hits.
And then you got a problem on deck in Morris, and Bosky is starting to tire now, and this will definitely be his last inning because he's due to hit.
Larkin fouls it, so the pendulum swings back a little more toward Bosky now on a full count.
Threw him a high fastball, and Larkin was late on it.
Reds have runners second and third with 2 outs. Hit hard, but right at Duncan. He's got it. And the Phillies are out of trouble. Larkin smashed it, but into and out. No runs, 2 hits, and 2 left. We go to the bottom of the 6th. Still 2-0 Cincy.
If you're looking for a little spice in your life, you'll love the new Grand Prix Sport Coupe. Sure, it has all the safety of dual airbags and anti-lock brakes. But with a 24-valve, 210 horsepower V6, it still generates plenty of heat. The Grand Prix Sport Coupe from Pontiac.
Bill Snodgrass is out there, yet his dog sled tours are often running.
Hi, this is Bill from Washington Outfitting.
He relies on AT&T to connect with his customers. The most reliable long-distance service is his AT&T Business Advantage. You see, where Bill does business, dependable long-distance service is a matter of survival.
AT&T works for me.
Let AT&T work for you.
There's no one else on the field like him. I hear he's a big milk drinker. I can tell. That energy, that strength, that body. Forget it, girls. He's taken.
Milk, whole, low fat or non-fat. It does a body good.
Phillies baseball is brought to you by Budweiser, Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. Pico Energy, there's a new kind of energy around here, Pico Energy. And by your Philadelphia Mazda dealer. The hand that you hear in the background is for John Kruk, who has appeared in the on-deck circle. He's going to bat for Sean Bosky. Longmire leads off the inning. The Phillies are down 2-0.
Jim Fregosi bringing Kruk out. You know, it'll stir the crowd up a little bit, but he's short right-handed off the bench today because he's playing most of his right-handed hitters against Browning.
Longmire being an exception to that, and Tony has had 2 starts in the series, both off lefty.
Well, that's why the Phillies need to get Chamberlain back, because they're short a right-handed hitting outfielder right now.
In the air to center. Getting back is Kelly. Longmire is retired, and Sean Bosky in the dugout getting congratulations all the way around. This was between innings now. We're showing you a tape, and Jim Fregosi says, nice job. Kruk had been out, but it's Morandini who's going to hit. I guess they were going to use Kruk had there been a man on base.
Exactly. He was going to use Kruk in that situation if there had been a man on base and an extra base hit or a home run rather really made something happen. Now with nobody on base and 1 out, he'll go to Morandini, but he has shown that he's going to use Kruk in this ball game.
273 for Mickey. No homers, no RBIs so far.
It's a heck of a cheer a guy got for never getting in the game, huh?
Really? Mickey played last night's ball game, and he had 2 hits, scored a run, also drew a walk. Mickey's been getting a lot of walks this year. He really has been a very disciplined hitter. 1 ball, 1 strike. Browning runs on Morandini.
Mickey swung the bat real well last night when he got a chance to play.
Morandini has 2 hits and 7 at-bats career-wise off Tom Browning. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Corey Snyder, who hasn't played much this year, has hit 2 home runs today for the Dodgers. We'll see them here at the vet tomorrow. Larkin gets turned around by the wind, but he stays with it and catches Morandini's pop-up. 2 outs in the Phillies' 6th. Lenny Dykstra time. Today, Lenny has flied to right and flied to left. Bases empty, 2 out here in the 6th. Lunny hitting at the moment at .208. Lays off a high pitch. Phillies with just the 1 hit, a 1-out single in the 4th inning by Jordan. Hit hard. Stays in the air too long, and Sanders makes the play, and down go the Phillies. Rich Ashburn and Harry Callis return in the 7th inning. It's still 2-0 Reds.
It's a round world, genuine and true. It keeps on spinning and you always come through. And you're giving it your best. Proud to be your bud. Budweiser. Proud to be your bud. Proud to be your bud. Ooh, yeah. Proud to be your Proud to be your bud.
It's back. It's better. It's the 3rd annual Great American Ford Sales Event at your Quality Plus Ford dealer with a great deal on America's #1 truck. Drive an F-150 for just $229 per month, the lowest payment of the year. Now with a driver's side airbag standard. See your Quality Plus Ford dealer and test drive the all-new Windstar and receive 12 movie rentals from Blockbuster Video. See your local newspaper for all details. Hurry, your Quality Plus Ford dealer's Great American Sales Event ends soon.
Oh, man. Look what you did. What I did? Just who do you think you are, man? Who do you think I am?
Easy, fellas. What would he do?
Oh, the Yellow Pages?
Just any Yellow Pages?
Genuine Yellow Pages.
9 out of 10 use it.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you very much.
The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages.
The freshest potatoes. Pure filtered vegetable oil. Hers, it's the way they're made.
This is PHL 17 Philadelphia.
2-0 the Reds lead here in the 7th inning. And Bobby Munoz will be the new pitcher for the Phils, coming in for Sean Bosky. So Bobby Munoz is coming on. Bosky pitched well, gave up 2 runs in 9 innings. And left for the pinch hitter in the 6th. Munoz appearing in his 5th game, no wins, no losses, a 4.15 ERA. He does have 1 save. He's pitched 4 1/3 innings, 4 hits, 2 earned runs, 2 strikeouts, too many walks, 6 walks. Hal Morris leads it off. Morris is 2 for 3, having some kind of series. And he always hits well in this ballpark. Lifetime in this park, he's 35 for 75. Mariano Duncan makes that play. Before that at bat, that was a lifetime 467 average here at Veterans Stadium.
Well, he's a pretty good hitter, and he hits other teams, but he doesn't hit them nearly as well as he hits the Phillies. He's a lifetime 300 hitter.
Reggie Sanders is walked, grounded out, and fouled out. Reds 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error. Phillies no runs, 1 hit, and 1 error. Tom Browning has made it look easy here this afternoon for Cincinnati. 2 balls and no strikes to Reggie Sanders. On the outside corner, it's 2-1. Here's Browning. From Casper, Wyoming. Smash down the left field line, going all the way to the corner. Reggie Sanders will get 2 on it. Igdebile is having trouble with it, but Sanders holds at second base. A double for Reggie Sanders.
He really smoked this ball. I mean, that was a bullet. Collins had very little time to react. Pete juggled there a little bit with the ball, but made a good throw to third.
Brings up Kevin Mitchell. He's grounded out, struck out, and singled. 1 ball and no strikes to Kevin Mitchell.
Cincinnati's had a few chances to score a lot more runs.
They have 10 hits. One ball and 1 strike. One and 2.
Davey Johnson kind of sitting on a hot seat in Cincinnati. If this club ever falters, he may be history, because Marge Schott likes Ray Knight. Doesn't seem to be too worried about it. When you talk to him.
Another foul out of play.
Ray Knight was kind of a reluctant coach. He didn't know that he wanted to get back into baseball, that he was going to try it. Married to Nancy Lopez. Probably gets a golf tip now and then.
There goes the runner, and Mitchell's hit by a pitch ball. One of the problems Munoz has is runners stealing on him. It takes him a while to get the ball to the plate. He doesn't hold them real well. Sanders got a running jump. He'll have to go back to second base, but he had that stolen. He could walk to third base, and Mitchell was hit by the pitch ball.
Yeah, he wasn't going to get out of the way of this pitch at all. It hit him right in the ribs there, rib cage. That makes the runner go back to second.
That brings on Roberto Kelly. So Munoz in some trouble. 26-year-old right-hander, big guy, 6'7", 237. Lofted down the right field foul line. It's a foul ball. One ball and 1 strike. Munoz will have to keep an eye on Sanders at second base. High with it. 2-1. Low, 3-1. That's what's hurt Bobby is control. In the spring training, he threw strikes, but he's walked 7 or 6 and hit a batsman already nearly going this season. There goes Sanders, grounded in the hole, taken by Baptiste, rifles to first, wide, it gets away from Jordan. Sanders scores, Mitchell to third, and Kelly to second. It's now a 3-0 ball game. Sanders breaking cost the out at third base. He got that big jump again, and That ball, had Sanders not been breaking, they could have got a force at third base. But
Batist's mistake was that he looked to third instead of throwing the ball. And then he finally did throw it. He threw it late, way late. The runner was safe. He threw the ball wide.
It's going to be an infield single and an error on Kim Baptiste, and the Phillies will bring the infield up for Willie Green with the runners at second and third and one out. Green lofts a fly ball to deep left. This will be deep enough to score the run. Incaviglia makes the catch. Mitchell waltzes home, and it's now 4-0 Cincinnati. Kelly holds on at second base.
Unearned, both runs unearned. Because they, well, no, they aren't either. They didn't give. They gave the batter a base hit on that ball that Batiste threw away.
Brett Boone lines it to right field over the head of Longmire, who is frozen on it. Roberto Kelly will score, and the Reds now lead it 5-0 here in the 7th inning. It'll be a double for Boone.
Phillies have played a pretty bad game here. You have to give Tom Browning a lot of credit for how he's pitched, but fielding has been terrible. There's a ball that would be a hit, but Longmire broke in on the line drive and had no chance. If he'd have broke back right away, I think he could have caught the ball.
That'll bring on Brian Dorsett, the catcher. He's singled, fouled out on a great catch by Ricky Jordan, and popped up. 1 strike to him. 3 runs across for the Reds here in the 7th. It is 5-0 Cincinnati. Good breaking ball. No balls and 2 strikes. One ball and 2 strikes. Taps softly toward third base, and Hollins throws out Dorsett, and that will retire the side. Reds get 3 runs of the inning, 3 hits, 1 Philly error, 1 man left. Stretch time of the bet. We go to the bottom of the 7th, 5-0 Cincinnati.
Dave Hollins and the Fightin' Phils kick off a Western Road swing with a matinee against Barry Bonds and the San Francisco Giants. Wednesday on PHL 17. The Giants are favored to win the West, and Terran Dalton and the National League champion Phils are looking good in the East. Be there when these 2 powerhouses collide. Wednesday afternoon at 4 and again Thursday afternoon at 3:30, only on PHL 17.
We play the Phillies on 17.
Phils Giants Wednesday afternoon at 4.
Now, to each man who shaves, there's an edge all his own. Only Edge Gel has 8 custom formulas to fit every shaving need. From tough beards to sensitive skin, for a close, comfortable shave, get an edge of your own. Edge Gel, skincare for men. Ultimate closeness, ultimate comfort. That's the edge.
It's the dawn of a new generation. The new generation of cleaning gasoline. A breakthrough in technology from Texaco that can clean up over time what came before. An advanced system of engine cleaning in every octane grade for the highest performance, lower emissions, and improved mileage. Texaco introduces the gasoline that's changing what gasoline can do. New Clean System 3. Give us 60 days and watch what can happen.
Hi, I'm Dick Vermeil with a Blue Cross Blue Shield health tip. Do you know the #1 reason everyone should walk? Walking is the least demanding and probably the most rewarding of all the indoor-outdoor activities you can do after the age of 40. And it may be the only one you can keep doing.
Here's the Chevrolet game summary. Browning has only allowed 1 hit in 6 innings. He's had 3 strikeouts and 1 walk. 2 of those base runners wiped out on double plays. Reds a 2-run second inning. 1 of those runs was a gift. And then 3 runs in the 7th for Cincinnati, and 1 of those runs was unearned. 5-0 Cincinnati.
Mariano Duncan leads it off for the Phillies, bottom of the 7th. He's lined out to left and fouled out to first base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Popped him up, foul, and Dorsett's going to run out of room. 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That's quite an amazing statistic when you think of that. I mean, 7 pitches for balls since the 2nd inning. Thrown a few balls that hitters have swung at, but not many.
1 ball and 2 strikes. He pops him up in the air. Barry Larkin shading the sun. Makes the grab. Duncan's out 1 down. That'll bring up Ricky Jordan. Thomas Howard is in left field now, replacing Kevin Mitchell for Cincinnati. There's Howard. Jordan has the only hit off Tom Browning this afternoon. He is 1 for 2. Fouls that one back and out of play. No balls and 2 strikes to Ricky Jordan. Got him with an off-speed pitch, struck him out. 4 strikeouts for Browning, 2 down here in the 7th.
Big old curveball there that broke low. Here it is.
Phillies are the only club that he has a losing record against in his career, and he's about to even up his record with the Phils here. His 8 and 9 lifetime. That's a tap. Browning's going to have to hurry. No play. An infield single for Hollins.
Browning lost his footing, or he might have had Hollins. He got over there quickly. The old swinging bunt here. He's over there in a hurry. Fields the ball, but there he slips.
Brings up Pete Incaviglia, who has struck out and popped up. Balls and no strikes to Incaviglia. Here's a surprise for you, Whitey. Atlanta leads the Cubs 4-0. There's a towering pop-up. Who wants it? Barry Larkin, the take charge guy in the infield, does, and then will retire to the side. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left. We move to the 8th inning. It's 5-0 Cincinnati.
On April 22nd, somewhere in the desert, nuclear arms are going to be tested. Budweiser presents Evander Holyfield, heavyweight champion versus Michael Moorer, the #1 contender. Live from Caesar's Palace, only on pay-per-view. Call your local cable operator to order. Find a television and take shelter.
Dear car owners, not everyone knows a car's suspension consists of the shocks, struts, steering, and alignment. Another thing not everyone knows, Midas is a suspension expert. So if your car pulls, shimmies, or bounces, come to Midas for a thorough inspection and a guarantee on shocks and struts for as long as you own your car. That's the Midas way.
Where there was once only a place to sit, there's now a convenient place to relax. Where there was once only unusable space, there's now an ingenious storage system of interchangeable bins, trays, and cargo netting. Where there was once only upholstery, there's now a place for an office. And where there was once only a truck, there's now Dodge Ram, Motor Trend's Truck of the Year. See it at your nearest Dodge dealer.
Today's Phillies game on PHL 17 is brought to you in part by your Quality Plus Ford dealers who invite you to test drive the brand new 1994 Mustang convertible. And by Pizza Hut, get a large cheese pizza delivered every day for just $7.99. And by 1994 Fleer Ultra Baseball, better than ever. Tom Browning leads it off. Browning has doubled in 3 at-bats. 1 strike to him. Browning has 1 career home run. And it is off a guy in the Phillies dugout. Whitey. Bouncing ball to Mariano Duncan. That's 1 down. Off Norm Charlton.
Whoa. They were teammates.
Yeah.
Quite a while.
Here's Larkin, who is 0 for 4, but he's hit the ball right on the nose the last 3 times up. That's what happens when you're hitting under the interstate. He's hitting just 0.93 as he stands in there. He has really hit it hard the last 3 times up, right at people. Nobody's going to get that one. So Larkin's got to say, finally. Finally, I didn't hit it at somebody. He'll come around. He always has slow starts. All-star shortstop.
Somebody will pay for that.
Yep.
Down the line. Cincinnati's had base runners every inning.
Here's Hal Morris. He's 2 for 4. Hitting over 450 here at this ballpark. Duncan's going to get him this time. Baptiste throws it away. He was under pressure.
He got
Wait
hit.
a minute. Oh, yeah, Duncan. They're going to call an interference double play on Larkin. They're going to complete the double play as Baptiste was hit. Call made by Angel Hernandez. Davey Johnson is going to argue it, but they're going to call the base runner interference double play. Davey Johnson arguing with Angel Hernandez, saying that Larkin impeded the throw by Kim Baptiste to try to complete the double play. Runner interference, so call it a double play. Here it is.
Great play to get the ball by Duncan. I don't see anything wrong with that at all.
Well, he put his arm
He did
out.
throw out that arm and kind of tackle Baptiste. Had he not thrown the arm out, he probably would have gotten away with it.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and none left. We go to the bottom of the 8th, 5-0 Cincinnati.
Right now at Dunkin' Donuts for just $5.99, you can take home 2 pounds of our world's famous coffee. That's enough coffee to fill all these cups. It's our own special blend of carefully selected and freshly roasted beans, ground to order. And at just $5.99 for 2 pounds, it's the best coffee around at the best price around. And what's even better, it comes in these convenient packages. Cups not included.
Taking a look at the weather, we've got a high-pressure system.
Sitting right here.
And that is bringing us nothing but beautiful, clear skies and old Mr. Sunshine.
Is it just us, or are weathermen really only guessing?
But hold on.
It's gonna get better.
Clear as a bell.
Not a cloud in the sky.
Soaring.
Try.
That's why we make the Isuzu Trooper. Because life's an adventure. Be prepared.
My prediction, it's gonna rain. Trust me.
Isuzu, practically amazing.
Imagine a game that knows your fears, fulfills your fantasies, and owns your mind. Now, imagine the game is real.
Play it, Michael.
Brain Scan, the ultimate head trip. Rated R. At theaters Friday.
Todd Pratt leads it off for the Phillies, bottom of the 8th. Pratt has walked and been safe on an error. Fouled off the first pitch, 1 strike to Pratt. 1 ball and 1 strike. Special birthday wishes to Anthony Green, brother of Phillies employees Chris and John. Chris works in Green and John in the ticket office. 2 balls and a strike here to Todd Pratt. We're in the bottom of the 8th. Reds lead 5-0. About hit the Phillies 13-2. Well hit to center field. Backtracking is Kelly, and this ball is caught by Roberto Kelly against the fence. Nice play by Kelly, 1 down.
He hit that wall hard. He wasn't sure whether it was going to have room or not. That's good catch. It's padding he hit, so he shouldn't be hurt.
The easiest, most hassle-free, fun way to see the Phils is with Phillies season ticket. It's not too late to get your season tickets. Don't miss the boat. Many different types of plans to choose from, including the 16-game plan for $192. More information, just call 463-5000 on season tickets. Here's Kim Baptiste. He is struck out and grounded into a double play. Phillies today, Whitey, have not had a runner reach second base. That's how much in command Browning has been. Takes a funny hop on Willie Green, but he stays with it. Low throw, and Morris digs it out. That's 2 down. Travel arranged through U.S. Air with low Liberty fares between Philadelphia and Pittsburgh on 15 daily flights, because U.S. Air begins with you. Here's Tony Longmire. He has flied to left and flied to center. And he pops him up towards shortstop. Barry Larkin waits. And he squeezes it, and that will retire the side. No runs, hits, errors, and none left. We go to the 9th inning. Cincinnati leads the Phils 5-0.
Loan rates like ours come along even less often. Mellon PSFS. You're why we do our very best.
I thought it was just excellent.
Incredibly tasty, incredibly juicy.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken at KFC. Try a juicy quarter, half, or whole and see how good it tastes.
It's delicious.
And right now, for a limited time, you can get a quarter of the Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken, plus your choice of 2 delicious side dishes and a hot cornbread muffin, all for the special price of just $3.49. So hurry in for America's #1 selling rotisserie chicken.
The Colonel's Rotisserie Gold Chicken.
At KFC, we do chicken right.
Texas coupe. After all, you only go around once.
After 8 innings of play, Cincinnati 5 and the Phillies nothing. Monday and Tuesday at 8, some say he was dangerous, others say he was one of the greatest men that ever lived. Gregory Peck stars in MacArthur on PHL 17. Mike Williams is the Phillies' new pitcher coming in here in the 9th inning. Williams has appeared in one previous game this year, 2 innings, 6 up and 6 down. Facing Reggie Sanders to lead it off for the Reds here in the 9th inning. Cincinnati's out-hit the Phillies 13-2 and lead 5-0. Sanders is 1 for 3, has walked, grounded out, fouled out, and doubled. Two quick strikes to him. Williams on for Bobby Munoz. Munoz going 2 innings, charged with 3 runs, 2 of them earned on 4 hits. Three pitches, and Sanders will walk back to the dugout.
2 sliders and a fastball that Sanders thought was a little outside. It was close.
Brings up Thomas Howard. He's batting for the first time. He came in for Kevin Mitchell.
Tom Browning is wiping the sweat off. I didn't think he worked up the sweat so far.
Phillies have just 2 hits off him, and nary a Philly runner has reached second base. One ball and 1 strike. Howard is hitting .449. All of his hits have been left-handed. He's 4 for 8 left-handed, and he's now 5 for 9 left-handed. He ropes a single up the middle. The Reds' 14th hit of the ball game, and that'll bring up Roberto Kelly. Kelly's 2 for 4. Dodgers here tomorrow night. Ben Rivera goes against Ramon Martinez tomorrow night. Tuesday afternoon, a business person special at 1:05. Kurt Schilling and Pedro Astacio in that one. Another hit. Longmire over to cut it off. Howard will go to third, and the Reds have runners at first and third with 1 out.
I'll tell you, they're spraying hits all over the ballpark today.
15 hits.
One of those days, they're all finding holes.
Batter will be Willie Green. He's 2 for 3 with a pair of singles, a ground out, and a sacrifice fly. Runner breaking. Pratt's throw will be late. Stolen base for Roberto Kelly, his 3rd.
They're going to bring the infield in now.
They're going to put Willie Green on. Set up a double play possibility with Brett Boone waiting on deck. So Willie Green gets the intentional walk. This loads the bases with Reds with 1 out for Brett Boone. Boone's 2 for 4, is grounded out, hit into a fielder's choice, singled and doubled. And the infield will drop back at double play depth. Sean Bosky started this game for the Phils. He pitched well, gave up 2 runs, should have given up just 1 in the 6 innings that he pitched. Reds got 3 in the 7th and threatening to get more here in the 9th. 1 ball and no strikes to Boone. Two balls and no strikes. Lofts a high pop-up into shallow right field. Mariano Duncan going out, makes the grab. Tagging and coming home is Howard, and he's safe at home plate. Pratt couldn't quite handle the throw. So even though that was in shallow right field, Howard scores on what will be a sacrifice fly, and it's 6-0 Cincinnati.
Yeah, Duncan was brushed, I think, there. No, he wasn't brushed. Made a good throw. See Pratt juggling the ball, and he couldn't get the tag over there.
So give Boone a run batted in.
It's a gift RBI. They pop up to the second baseman.
And the batter will be Brian Dorsett, the catcher, who's 1 out of 4. He punches a base hit to center field, and that'll bring home Roberto Kelly. And it is now 7-0 Cincinnati. th hit for Cincinnati, and here's Tom Browning, the pitcher, who is 1 out of 4 himself. One strike to Browning. (7-0) Cincinnati here in the 9th inning. No balls and 2 strikes.
Come back. Look. Back. Well, nothing. Good game right here.
Lofts a foul down the left field side. 43,400 the paid attendance here this afternoon at Veterans Stadium, and the fans have not had much to cheer about as far as the Phillies are concerned. Reds leading this one 7-0, and the Phillies have picked up just 2 hits in this game and have had nary a base runner reach second base. Browning stays alive at 0-2. Missing. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Struck him out. That will retire the side. Cincinnati gets 2 more runs in the inning. They do it with 3 hits. No Philly errors and 2 men left. We go to the bottom half of the 9th. 7-0 Cincinnati.
You can't use a mobile phone to say.
Okay, we're ready to sign a contract.
You can't use a mobile phone to whisper.
Daddy misses you too, sweetheart.
A mobile phone will not let you send.
Here comes the fax.
And it will not let you hear.
The meeting's been changed.
Unless
Hello?
the call goes through. A mobile phone is only as good as the system it's on. Choose Bell Atlantic Mobile.
Cub Cadet's new Series 2000 tractors have the competition a little jittery. After all, there's shaft drive in all 7 models. And while the other guys took out quality components to get their prices down, Cub Cadet developed over 50 new innovative features and engineered them all into a tractor line that's priced surprisingly close to the brand that just runs. Series 2000 from Cub Cadet, a whole different animal.
It started with an idea that has now won the prestigious Thomas Edison Patent Award, which annually recognizes major innovations in technology. The award was won by Exxon for a gasoline additive that removes deposits for a cleaner engine, reduces emissions for cleaner air, and improves performance. Next time you fill up, rely on the award-winning gasolines from Exxon.
This one will suit you to a T. Shirt. Women 15 and over receive a free oversized T-shirt, compliments of Thriftway, when the Phillies pummel the Pirates Sunday, May 15th at 1:35. Call 463-1000.
Well, the crowd has something to cheer about. John Kruk coming in as a pinch hitter. He gets a standing O, and he takes a called strike. Krucker batting .313. No balls and 2 strikes to Kruk. Boy, has Tom Browning been in command this afternoon. 2 hits, single to right by Jordan, infield single by Hollins.
1 walk. He walked fat on 4 straight pitches. And I can't remember anybody who's been behind in the count since then.
1-2. Just missed. 2-2. 3 balls and 2 strikes to Kruk. It's amazing. The Phillies had gone 174 games, National League record, without being shut out from August of '92 till the end of last season. Kruk draws a walk. The second walk given up by Browning. And the Phillies are in danger unless they score here in this 9th inning of being shut out for the 2nd time on this homestand. Colorado Rockies doing it to the Phils on Thursday night. Ronnie Dykstra is fly to right, fly to left, and line to right. Fouls it back and out of play. No balls and a strike to Dykstra. Eddie hitting just .204 as he stands in there, but Dykstra also did not have a good month of April last year.
He was even lower than this.
Change up for a strike. No balls and 2 strikes. But he certainly had 5.5 great months after April. Missing with a breaking ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Another foul ball. Dodgers are well up on Pittsburgh this afternoon. Corey Snyder's hit a couple of homers. Tommy Lasorda and the Dodger Blue will be here at Veterans Stadium tomorrow night. Mike Piazza and company. The brothers Lasorda. Bouncing ball to first base. It's a fair ball. Morris will make the play himself.
Not a very classic slide by John. He just kind of fell down. He's not hurt anything.
Kruk at second base with 1 down. It'll bring on Mariano Duncan, who was nothing out of 3. Hard ground ball. Barry Larkin backhands. Low throw. Pulled Morris off the bag. Pulled Morris off the bag. That'll be an error on Larkin. And the Phillies have 2 men on base with 1 out.
Thought Morris left that bag a little soon to get the ball. Well, that's pretty close.
Pretty close.
Pretty close. They usually call that out.
Yeah, it was questionable, but the Phillies have 2 men on base, and the batter is Ricky Jordan, who has one of the 2 hits given up by Browning. Reds now will get some bullpen activity for the first time. Hector Carrasco. Off the end of the bat to center field. Roberto Kelly is there. Squeezes it. 2 down. It'll bring up Dave Hollins. Truck, the first Philly to reach second base. He's at second. Duncan at first. Larry Boa has not seen a friendly face at third base all afternoon as Tom Browning has just been masterful here. Hollins has one of the 2 hits given up by Browning, an infield single. He's 1 for 3. Places a foul down the first base side. A ball's and a strike to Dave Hollins. Nothing in 1 to Dave Hollins. To deep right field, but Sanders has a beat on it. This game is over. A 2-hit shutout by Tom Browning. He is our Chevrolet player of the game. Browning was just in total command all afternoon. Our Chevrolet player of the game is Mr. Browning, who pitches a 2-hit shutout here at Veterans Stadium and took the Phillies till the 9th inning to get a runner to second base. That was John Kruk, who got a pinch hit walk and moved to second on a ground out. So a superb job by Browning as the Reds salvage this one. Salvage a game in this series, and they did it by a score of 7-0, banging out 16 hits. We'll be back with the totals and a recap in just a moment.
When it comes to conversion vans, we know how to help. Start with this Ram cargo van and the power of its Magnum engine. Choose the 5.9-liter V8 and you'll have the highest towing ratings of any comparable van around. Next, our factory-approved converters can give you this seat style, this one, or this one. You can even get a VCR, TV, CD player, a cell phone, video games. But before you add anything, be sure to subtract this. And that equals the Dodge Ram conversion van. See your nearest Dodge dealer today. We know how to help.
What would you do with a Motorola pager?
Never miss a meeting.
What would you do?
Mom's at home. Pager.
What about you?
All right, you got the pager number, right?
We're going out.
Cool, this works.
What would you do? You could go anywhere, do anything, and still keep in touch with the people you want to keep in touch with. So what are you waiting for? Get the pager. It's affordable, it's portable from Motorola.
And here is Henry Aaron. This crowd is up all around.
The only thing I wanted to do was hit that home run and get it out of the ballpark.
I think that's going to be a record to stand for a long time.
He said, meet me at the ballpark, Mama. He said, I'm going to break the record tonight.
He's sitting on 7-14. Swinging. There's a drive into left center field.
Hank Aaron went on to hit 755 home runs. A message from Major League Baseball.
Bo and Abe, two average teens from another planet with an insatiable appetite for fun, females, and food.
My brother and I were arrested for eating 75 gallons of ice cream.
These boys are bound to make you laugh.
You tell them we accept the challenge.
Do you guys take anything seriously?
Food, women. Women with food, naked women without food.
Hi, hello, how are you?
They came from outer space. Weeknights at 5, beginning Monday on PHL 17.
Back at Veterans Stadium, where Tom Browning was in total command this afternoon, shutting out the Phils on 2 hits. The Reds win at 7-0. For Cincinnati, 7 runs, 16 hits, 2 errors. They left 11. Phillies, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, leaving 4. Browning, the winner, 1-0, and the loss goes to Sean Bosky, who pitched well in the 6 innings, but not as good as Browning, of course, and Bosky is now 0-1. Our next telecast here on the Phil's television network will be Wednesday when the Phillies take on Dusty Baker's San Francisco Giants at Candlestick Park. We'll be on the air at 4 o'clock. Check your local listings for the games carried in your area. Once again from Veterans Stadium, the final score, Tom Browning shutting out the Phils on 2 hits. It was 7-0 Cincinnati. For Rich Ashburn, Andy Musser, and Chris Wheeler, Harry Callis, thanks for watching. We'll talk to you from Candlestick Park in San Francisco on Wednesday on the Phil's television network.
The Phillies and the Cincinnati Reds has been brought to you by Budweiser. Beechwood aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. Your local Chevrolet Geo dealer. Mellon PSFS, the official bank of the Phillies. The Yellow Pages 9 out of 10 people use. The genuine Bell Atlantic Yellow Pages. And by Independence Blue Cross and Pennsylvania Blue Shield. For 56 years, the health insurance company you can lean on.